I bet that wasn't so bad, was it?
I decide when she goes home. Yeah, why? Were you expecting something else?
You've managed to keep this one alive.
Want sugar with that?
Well, it's not exactly my first rodeo.
Said, stay there!
I think your man adjusted. You're as sharp as a tack, PC tinker. Got it?
Like the cowardly little nobody you really are.
Sorry. I've got more innocent people to arrest. You want me to spoil the ending?
She put the cocky in Carla fucking Connor.
No woman could match my level of beauty and perfection. Your Majesty, I am Carla fucking Connor.
The sexy in DS, sexy as fuck swine.
I'm Lisa, detective. You are sexy as hell. Yeah, thanks, I already know that. It's all in the delivery, officer. It's how you tell it that makes it funny, and you're not funny. Well, I wasn't employed to be funny, Bobby. I was employed to be sexy.
And the Bobby in... Oh, Bobby's in.
It makes no sense. Or am I just being totally thick as sh... Oh, don't answer that.
Added a whole lot of chaos.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoopsie daisy. Oh shit. I think I've actually killed him. Okay, don't say tits. You're under arrest. Finally, Carla. Don't sign the contract and I'll stop whispering.
To create one of the funniest new things on YouTube.
Don't fuck with Swallow. What the bloody hell's a swallow, love? Right, I gotta go, otherwise I'm gonna end up fucking you right here in the street. I'd fucking let you too. Oh, you cheeky fucking cow, get here now.
Well, I just want to say a big hello to Kaos. Welcome to the podcast.
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome, Chaos. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, so Kaos is the producer of the Swarlanation Street Crack videos, which are highly addictive.
The producer, creator, and star of the
Yes,
the
I
crack
didn't cover it
videos
all.
that make us all laugh. Have you done anything like this before? Have you got any other things that you create, or is this the first one?
No, this is the first time I've ever done anything, and it was just random. It was just a random thing that happened. I was having a lazy Sunday, and I was watching old clips of Carla on YouTube because what else is there to do?
That's
And
what we do.
Yeah, and I was watching the episode where Carla goes off on your favourite Bobby for stealing her banana,
Oh, I love that scene.
and
Yep.
and I just had this random thought, and I was like, I wonder if the writers ever want to put Carla tells Bobby to fuck off.
I bet you they do all the time.
They probably do. And then I just had this random thought, like, oh, I wonder what Carla would sound like if she was turning the air blue, which then led to a thought of, oh my God, I bet Alison sounds so hot when she's effing and blinding. Just really random.
we
Really
never get to hear her swear, do we? Devastating.
Oh, I know, because she'd be so good at it.
We never get to hear anybody swear.
No, that's true.
This is true. This is true. So, okay, lazy Sunday, you've just gone, okay, I'm gonna get Carla to say whatever the fuck I want her to say and do. How, if you've never made anything like this before, how did you go about it?
So I actually, I spoke to a friend. We had a coffee meeting the next morning, and I said, look, I've had this idea. What do you think? Do you think it would work? And she was like, well, yeah, the Swallow Nation would absolutely love it if you did this. Like, it would just drive people crazy. And I really wasn't sure because if you've seen my videos and whatnot, you know that I'm very wary of offending people and upsetting people. So I was quite reluctant to actually do it. So after my friend gave me like, no, just do it, see what happens, just try it. I went home, and within an hour and a half, I'd compiled the first 3 episodes. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, this is well easy. And then I realised, oh wait, no, shit, now I've got to voice them. That's the hard part. That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's quite easy. If you've got like a small clip where there's only a couple of people in it, you can record, be quiet, and then carry on recording. But if you've got like multiple characters, you have to record it, stop, record it, stop, record it, stop. And that's what takes time with it. And it can get pretty tricky. And sometimes my voice just doesn't want to voice, which is really annoying.
I mean, like, think about it. Like, you're like a one-woman show, and you've taken on at least, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 characters, if not.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Some I have tried. Obviously, you know that some of the voices are just not like Ryan, for example. There is no way that I can do Ryan. And I don't even know
Ali.
where I came up with Ryan.
One of my
Ali
questions
wanted
was.
to. Oh, Ali wanted. Yeah.
One of my
So-
questions was, why did you make Ryan's voice so girly?
Because I love Ryan, and
Yeah.
I just he has to, because he's such a focal character in Swarlanation in
Mm.
general. I wanted to do something that was quite comical with him.
Carla loves Lisa. Lisa loves Carla. Lesbian love is so. What the fuck? Oh shit. What's up?
So I just basically got the vice out, clamped the vice up, and then he just sounds really high like that. So
It's great.
I was thinking we could do a little overview of the characters to discuss how you've built them in your show, to give our listeners a bit of background if they haven't watched your videos yet. So, for example, like I know with Bobby, one of his main traits is that he's unfunny.
So obviously, you know the bulk part of how most of the characters are, but my focal on Bobby was that because nobody likes him, and I don't understand the hatred towards Bobby. I don't get it, because Jack is amazing. I've met Jack.
You've watched the show, right? You've watched the show?
I've watched the show, but it's that I put Bobby in the same category as Kit. Nobody likes them because Jacob and Jack played parts so well, and that's why nobody likes them.
That's a really good point. I feel like I'm going to be in the middle of the Bobby war right now.
No. So Bobby is just basically my job is to make him even more annoying than you already think he is.
Have you seen that new copper in town? Thought I'd give her a right good smash. Wait, pervert. What? She's a right sort. I wouldn't mind opening her doors. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't pay any attention to other women. No woman could match my level of beauty and perfection. Cocky bitch. Facts are facts, unfunny one. What do you mean unfunny? Well, the writers really need to work on your material. I'll have you know, I went to clown school. Straight A's across the board. And I always want to smack you with a board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you said
I love.
you
Sorry.
just mentioned that you've met Jack before.
Yeah.
When, where? Tell us all about it.
I met Jack. It was about a year after he'd done his talent thing. It was just a random thing. I was out with friends, and we were out in London, and he must have been doing something, and we stumbled across him somehow. I literally the interaction went, "Hiya, mate. Well done. I think you're funny," and then that was it.
Yep.
Literally, it wasn't a proper like stand and have a massive conversation, because obviously he was busy, he was doing stuff and whatnot. But I saw him, and I just wanted to say my version of "I think you're great. Carry on."
And
So-
and no one would have known that a couple of years later
No,
you'd create and he'd be the star of your creation.
exactly.
I
Much
wonder
to your annoyance.
I know,
I
right?
Yeah, I wonder if Jack has ever watched this. I'd love to know.
Do you know what? My biggest fear is that any of them have seen it, and they're sitting there like, if we ever meet this bird, she's dead.
We're gonna.
That's my
Yep.
biggest fear.
Yep.
Everybody's like, oh my God, Vicky would be like howling, and Ali would love it. And I'm like, no, I don't want any of them to have ever seen it, because that's scary to me. I couldn't.
I'm not being.
No.
I reckon it's gonna get in front of their eyes at some point if it hasn't already. I'm sorry, but
Probably. But
oh my God, I gotta say, like, just in terms of all their characters, I absolutely love how you've made Lisa, because her main thing is that she's sexy, and
No. She's sexy as fuck.
yes,
Yeah.
sorry, and you've made this connection between her and trains.
I need to order new handcuffs. That Connor is gonna get it. Nope, she shacks blokes. Not for much longer. Swain train approaching. Smooth, watch out for hazards on the tracks. She'll be the one getting derailed. Hold the train. What the fuck's going on here? Choo-choo.
I'd written the script, but when I was recording it, I didn't read the script. I went completely off. And I just
Okay.
randomly came out with, oh, she'll be boarding the Swain train. I don't even know where it came from. And it was only
It
when I went
works
back
so
and
well.
listened to it and I was like, I've got to go with this now. Like, I actually like that. And it just became this thing. And it's a funny thing because I was at work and one of my colleagues has actually come across it. And I dropped a packet on the floor. I work for the King. Anybody in England will know what that means. And as I dropped the parcel on the floor, he went, whoopsie daisy. And as I picked it up and walked away, he went, choo choo. And I was like, I just gave him this look. So I knew straight away that he'd seen it. And I was like, mate, you don't mention this to anyone.
That is
anytime.
so funny.
That's hilarious.
So now that's just a running gag at work is if he sees me, he'll just go, choo choo. Yeah.
That's
just
good.
like you've done her voice in such a sultry way, and she just comes out with all sorts of lines like she'll be the one getting derailed. It's just so funny.
She whispers though. I don't understand why she whispers.
Carla, don't sign the contract and I'll stop whispering.
The earlier videos, somebody did actually point this out to me. Why is Liz whispering? I'm literally on the microphone and it comes out so quiet and I have no idea why.
It works. It really works.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of Swain right now?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I've actually got some TV guides here.
Okay.
So I was going to read a little bit of the synopsis.
Oh, we're going to get some voice. We're going to get some voice.
Week.
Hey.
Yeah. So we're going to go for the TV choice for next week's viewings.
Yep.
Despite Lisa's fears that it's too soon for her after her operation, Carla insists on returning to work. However, being back in the thick of it at the factory takes its toll. And it's not long before things get even worse for her.
She is sexy as fuck. That's the
Very
voice
good.
is sexy
Very
as fuck.
good.
I love it.
Now, one of the episodes that you actually had an in-joke that you'd run out of voices.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm your new nightmare.
Fucking hell, you sound like you need some fucking strepsils, mate.
She's just running out of voice ideas.
Have you run out of voices? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I did. I completely ran out. And that actually, doing that voice, it actually buggered my throat so bad. I was choking. It was such a bad one to do. I couldn't breathe. I was choking, and it took me about half an hour to record that segment because I literally it jarred my throat so bad, and I was like, right, I can't do him anymore.
He's off the table now.
I can't do that, and he's gone. So yeah.
Where did you come up with the storyline that you've gone with?
I have no idea. It's weird. So you look at clips that you could use, and then you try and put them into some sort of order. And I had the idea of Stephen because the problem that I've got is we only have a limited number of clips that we can use. I wanted to do something with Stephen because the Stephen storyline was actually quite entertaining originally. So I just came up with this thing for like the segment I'm doing now of Carla versus Stephen.
Well, now, I would just like to know if Peter knows that you're out there committing a sin with another woman. Oh, shit.
And I thought, right, how can I make it a bit more juicy? And I was like, let's just really annoy everybody and bring Peter back.
Well, I'm your husband, love. You just got to accept it. I am not your love. We're married. But it's not real, though, is it? I mean, I've never met you before in my entire life. Well, I love you, Carla. The fuck?
Because I like doing Peter. I mean, I'm glad he's gone, but I do actually like Peter versus Carla as well. So it's kind of like a little triangle.
Yep.
I love how she in your show that Carla just constantly forgets Peter's name.
My husband, Paxton. Preston, you back? That is great news, Patrick. Well, I wasn't fucking talking about Pedro, was I? I thought I'd be meeting Paxton. Well, apparently he's called Peter.
I had to Google names beginning with P. I was like, what names start with P?
Because she just doesn't give a shit about him, does she?
No. And I wanted to get that. That's why I did it, because I wanted to get it across that she just is so far removed from Peter in general that was going to be like the thing where she would just call him Pablo and Paxton. And
you've obviously been watching Coronation Street for a long time.
30 years.
Wow. And I just wondered, in all this time of you watching the show, did you ever suspect Carla Connor might not be so straight?
No. No.
What?
No. I do you know I've had this conversation with a number of people over the last 5 or 6 months. And when I first heard that they were doing it, I must admit I sort of went, no. I wasn't on board with it. I really wasn't on board with it because
Wow.
I knew that there would be a pocket of people that would just be up in arms and like, no, you can't do this. And also, if you've watched other soaps where they've done it, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work and it just ruins a character. So I was very anxious about the whole thing, but the way that they've done it and the way that they're telling the story, it is just the most beautiful thing, and I'm completely on board. I'm sorry, I love it. I think they've done it in the best possible way. If they'd have done it in a way of how stories have been told in the past, I would have had to just turn off and not watch.
No, I totally agree.
Because it would have just been embarrassing and
Yeah.
humiliating, and I'd just be like, why would you do this to her?
They had to get it right, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
because Ali is just a legend, and if they'd have done it wrong, it would have just smeared her entire career, and that would have really knocked me off big time, really.
Yeah.
And I'm getting angry now thinking about it.
They really couldn't fuck it up, could they?
No.
And they haven't. They've done such a good job. It's been fantastic.
Oh, it's been beautiful to watch. It really has.
So I was just going to say about Carla in your show, I absolutely love that you've decided that well, first of all, she's Carla fucking Connor.
Damn straight she is.
And it's so hilarious because in the show, she just wants to be gay.
Yeah.
I want to be gay. I want you to be gay too. So does everyone watching. It's why they're subbing to the channel, but now you've got to climb a man mountain.
Yeah.
And she's forced to be straight.
Yeah.
And she's even having like dreams and hallucinations where she gets to play gay, but then she wakes up and it's not real.
Yeah.
And
It's
she's
so so the dream state part was obviously I do want to talk about something else. The dream state part now, those 2 episodes don't seem so stupid now after what we've witnessed. But I wanted to get it across that yeah, we've been given this, but it could have been done wrong. Like I said to you, it could have been done completely wrong, and it could have just been a figment of our imagination of what we wanted it to be, kind of thing. So, if that makes any sense to you at all.
That's very deep. That's way deeper than I had read into it when I was watching it.
lot of thought goes into these videos.
Yeah, let's not underestimate it.
Okay, so how many more episodes have you got left in this kind of story, and have you got other stories up your sleeve?
So the Stephen Carla, I'm actually, once I finish with you guys, I've got 4 more episodes to record, and then that should tie up the Stephen Carla story. And then I do have an idea of what I want to do going forward. So yeah, it will be going on for quite a while. Yeah.
Can you give us a hint? Maybe a character that's in the next one, in the next series that you've got going?
I'm thinking of trying to integrate Roy into it more, but
Yeah.
I have been trying to think of voices for Roy, and I'm struggling. So that would be my dream, would be to get Roy into it a bit more, because Roy is a staple in Carla's life, and it would be wrong of me not to include him. I'm struggling voice wise.
Okay.
Have you ever considered working with another person who could maybe bring some voices as well, or do you just enjoy having this creative control?
I would, I would absolutely love if I could find someone who would do voices for me and help me out. but sadly, I am a complete Bobby. I have no friends, and it is just me.
Mm.
So,
Well, maybe one of our listeners will hear the call and they'll be like, "Hang on a
possibly.
minute."
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to sort of, help me out here with voice acting, then hit me up. But
If you need,
I might audition actually.
yeah,
if you have any
Yeah.
Aussie characters, I'm sure I could lend my voice, but I don't think
Ali.
that you do.
well, do you know
Oh.
what? I mean, we could always change a character's
Hey, Roy's
place.
Australian now.
Yeah,
Well, hang on
Yeah.
a minute, because like Stephen's accent. I mean, it's Canadian American.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
Yeehaw!
Howdy, partner.
Do you know? I'll tell you where Stephen's voice came from. I was watching Winona Earp.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, what?
You haven't seen Winona Earp?
She's not a real
know
lesbian.
about it.
I tell
know
ya.
it. Hang on. God,
No,
we have this debate. I haven't watched it yet.
Wow.
I need a new co-host. I think this is
Well, yeah.
unacceptable.
She says this about once a week, so it's getting a
I
little.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
What else? Sorry, what else is it you haven't watched?
Bad girls. What else?
Bad Girl. Wow.
No, I have watched it, just not the full thing.
You
Anyway.
said you've seen a few episodes.
Bad Girls. I'm sorry, it's all about Shell Dockley.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Ali, you take on this debate. I'm gonna stay out of it.
Yeah, sure.
Just wanted to say about Stephen, you absolutely cracked me up when you made this line. I think you called him NSYNC.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just come up with so many wisecracks. I absolutely love it.
It's weird. It's hard for me because if I mention something in a video, it tags them up. So in the very first episode, Carla said that she wants to marry David Beckham. So under the video, it's now highlighted David Beckham. So now if anybody searches David Beckham on YouTube, brings it up, and I'm like, so I have to be really careful as to who I tag into the videos and who it notifies, because also I don't want to be copyrighted or anything. So I have to be like really careful with, because for Stephen, obviously I wanted Carla to just call him loads of names. So I was going to get her to call him, like band names like NSYNC, Backstreet Boy and all of that, and Britney Spears. But I have to be really careful with who I mention in the videos for fear of getting cancelled, basically. So yeah, it is quite hard at points, and it can get quite confusing.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that initially with your scripts, that you started kind of, basically you've got ruder as you've gone, and you've stopped dumbing yourself down with, or limiting yourself with that, and I heard you say you're pushing to just see what you can get away with, and it's going to be dirty as a sewer. So how is that? How are you feeling about it all now?
In a way, it's good because nobody actually sees me. So I know that I've put a couple of videos up of updates and stuff, so people know who I am, they know what I look like and whatever. But when I'm actually doing the episodes, I just say what I want and I do what I want and I go where I want. Because when people are watching the videos, they're not watching me, they're watching the characters. So I'm sort of disconnected from it. So
Yeah.
if people were to actually, like you guys sitting here talking to me and seeing me now, you're seeing me, you're not actually watching the episode. So when you watch the episode, you're not looking at me. Does that make sense? I'm
Yeah.
completely disassociated from the videos.
So it allows you to be quite
Yeah.
bold, because it's a bit like
Yeah.
acting in itself, because it's like wearing a mask and getting to play something out, but it's not you.
Yeah. So I can record them and I can say what I want and I can do what I want. And I've got to that point now where I'm like, but it's not me. It's
Yeah.
just some characters in a little 3-minute video.
You say that,
Yeah.
but have you had any problems? Because I know you did that update, and it wasn't directed at you. But have you had any issues? Have you had anyone have a problem with what you're doing?
I have had 2 messages sent to me. One of them was a lovely person who said that they were gonna forward the videos onto Coronation Street and the appropriate actors, so Vicky and Alison, and they were going to push for Corrie to sue me for defamation and such. And I was like, oh well, cheers. I'm glad that you actually sat and watched it. And I didn't respond, didn't get anything back. I've had no feedback on that. And another person basically told me that I'm a disrespectful, won't say the word, do you know what word I'm thinking of? And they hope I get hit by a train because filth deserves to live in the sewer. So
Oh,
yeah, so it's not as bad as it can be, but at the end of the day, I don't know these people, and
yep.
I'm like, well, carry on. The fact that you've taken time to send me these messages,
Yeah.
you know, go and touch some grass, mate. So
And if
yeah,
you're gonna get hit by a train, let it be a Swain train. That's all I'm
exactly,
saying.
exactly.
But it's very brave of you to put yourself out there and to tell, to make these videos, because yeah, you are opening yourself up to all kinds of feedback, and yeah, I think it's brave.
I mean, the reaction that I've had has been positive, and the comments that people leave, I love it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing this to try and be like the number one Swala fan or whatever, or top of the pile. I'm doing it for a joke and a laugh, and the majority of my viewers, or most of my viewers, know that it is just for a joke and a laugh, and I think that they understand where I'm coming from. I think that the hatred has come from just a couple of people who are probably a bit butthurt that they didn't come up with the idea. But then I do still emphasize that if I do offend anyone, or I say something in a video that someone doesn't like, then tell me, and I will try to dumb it down, and I will try not to be so blunt about certain things, so to speak. This world is so full of snowflakes at the moment. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're literally constantly looking over your shoulder for fear of upsetting someone, 4 people behind you. Do you know what I mean? And
Yep.
And fear of being cancelled as well.
yeah,
But what you're doing is so fucking funny. I think every time I've got my notifications set, and every time there's a new crack video, I'm like fucking watching it straight away, and it's just I absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
oh, appreciated.
I know this is sometimes a question I'm about to ask that where your mind can just go blank, so don't worry if that happens. But I kind of wondered if you personally had any favourite moments that you've made in the show.
So
Like
what?
any
Any scenes that I've done in
Yeah.
the videos.
Yeah, that you think, oh my god, I love that.
The Carla car scene.
Oh my god, I cannot believe how sexy I look in this car. Let me just roll the window down just to emphasise that point. Okay, kiddies, just like we rehearsed, you're just going to ride around that corner towards me, and I am just going to accidentally, deliberately, on purpose, open my car door and send you fucking flying. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoopsie daisy. Ah, you're right there. Oh shit. I think I've actually killed him. Oh, well, never mind. Off I go. Arrest me, officer.
I love that. That's my favourite. I can go back and watch that so many times, and I just sit there and I go, I'm so proud of that clip. I love it. I just,
Oh.
out of everything that I've written and I've recorded, to me, that is when I realised I can do this, and this is good.
Yeah.
Which sounds stupid, really.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But it just worked, and I think it's one of my most viewed videos as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
People throughout the
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy.
And wasn't she knocking that boy off his bike so that Lisa would arrest her anyway?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was obviously yeah. She was that was the whole point of it, was that she was she says to Bobby in the calf, doesn't she?
Well, now I've got no fucking choice, have I? If I want her to arrest me, I'm going to have to go and murder somebody.
Yeah. That's my favourite episode. I'm pretty sure down the line I'll probably replace it with something else, but
Yep.
that video, I actually recorded it all in the first recording. It was done, so that was, and I think it was only episode 2, which is
Yep.
quite quite good for me.
Like, one of my favourite moments is literally the first episode, the first scene where Bobby meets Lisa.
Bobby, I'm Lisa Detective Sergeant Sexy as Fuck Swain. We've had a million complaints about all the unfunny jokes the writers are making you say.
And just how Lisa introduces herself to him, and and he's like going, "Oh my God, I've died and gone to heaven. There's a hot blonde in our apartment."
Yeah.
And then she just the way she comes over to him and introduces herself. You just you had me at hello. It was like, yeah, this is amazing.
It's funny because the very first somebody actually messaged me and said that after the first couple of episodes, they thought that I was ripping into Coronation Street and the writers and the scripts. And it took them 3 or 4 videos to realise it's tongue in cheek and a joke. They thought I was actually going at the writers for the script writing, and it was like, no, I'm not. I'm really not. So
Is that why you added yourself as a character that would call in and talk to them?
yeah,
Or was that always going to? Yeah. Yep.
no. So that's why I sort of started. That's why I talked to myself on the phone and
Yep.
all of that, because to make it more no,
obvious.
look, this really is a joke.
Yep.
So yeah, but a couple of people after the first couple of episodes, I think they were like, why is she ripping the writers? Like, she's totally gonna get done now, because the writers of Coronation Street are gonna be like real narked off with her. But
Yep.
no, no problem with the people that write scripts of Coronation Street. I'm just gonna throw that out there. None at all.
Do you have a favourite character that you like voicing and performing?
My favourite one is probably the easiest one, and you're gonna hate me because it's Bobby.
Bobby.
No.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Bobby.
I'm sorry. He really is the easiest one to do. Out of all of them that I did when I was practicing them,
Yeah.
it just came to me like that. And I like sort of trying to find funny jokes, and I try and find jokes that some people will find funny, but other people will listen to it and go, no, that was crap. What was
Yep.
that? Which I did in the last episode when he told the
Barbie joke?
yeah.
Hey, why is Barbie never pregnant? Because Ken comes in a different box. Oh, you've already heard that one, I see.
Yeah, it's shit.
And Ryan was like, yeah, it's shit. And I was like, it
Yeah.
is, but it's the sort of joke that Bobby would tell because Bobby thinks it's funny.
We got a bit of a mention in the last episode that you did.
Ah, Bobby, have you still got no mates?
I'm internet famous.
I know, Ali. Congrats on your admirer.
Thank you.
Tell me how did you weave that in?
I actually changed the script.
Did you?
We are so honoured.
I did actually change it. I wasn't.
Is my hatred of Bobby that powerful?
Yeah. So I'd listened. I'd recorded it, and then I listened to your last podcast. Funnily enough, I think you released, and so I went back in and I changed it, and I was
Yep.
like, right, because I follow you on Twitter, obviously, and it's just
Yep.
constant. I was like, no, this is a cover up. She secretly loves him. This is all a cover up. She loves him. She's just pretending to hate his guts. So I was like, right,
Yep.
I'm calling you out now, and that's why I put it in the video.
That's why she talks about him all the time.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm really in love with
all-
Bobby. Yep.
You are his internet admirer, and now the world knows. I'm sorry, it's out there. Everybody knows that Ali is Bobby's
she's
internet
the-
admirer.
The
I do
man
get-
she loves to hate.
I do get a lot of people on Twitter just riling me up now. Just, oh, you love Bobby. You love Bobby. You know, like, oh, I love Bobby.
This is your moment now. Just admit it. Go on. Be truthful with us all.
Look,
You have
Bobby.
a deep.
I only have 2 words for Bobby. Fuck off. But what I did like was the mention of the podcast and Carla going, do they like me?
Yeah, well, Bobby thinks that the lesbians all admire him. What? Well, you really need to listen to the Swarlanation Street podcast.
Oh, really? Do they admire me?
Yeah, well, they admire you, but they all want to fuck Lisa.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah. I don't, but it's not even just you guys. I think that's just across the board. Let's be completely honest.
100%.
Yeah, that's just general knowledge. Vicky's come in and everyone's just like, Ali King who? Like, yeah.
Actually, yeah, this was actually something I wanted to ask you, because obviously I know you said that you love Alison and she's the reason you watch Corrie. But how did you feel when Lisa Swain showed up? Like, is Ali still your favourite?
The very first moment Alison appeared on screen, I was sat watching it with my mum, and I looked at my mum, and my mum looked at me and she went, "You don't like Sophie anymore, do you?" And I was like, I love Brooke Vincent. Brooke Vincent is my, and if she's coming back, then sorry, Ali, Swala can go. If Sophie comes back,
Ooh.
Swala's done. I'm sorry. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Wow.
I'm throwing that out there.
We think she is coming back though. She
From what I
actually
saw
probably...
last week, yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I am very excited.
I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but it looks pretty promising. And
Yeah.
I think in one of our early podcasts, I said that I know it was controversial, but I actually wanted Sophie to come back and get the first lesbian wedding on the street because I think she deserves it more.
I take that. Yeah, I'm
Thank
with you on that.
Thank you.
100%
I'm
with you on
glad
that.
I've found another Sophie lover because not many people love Sophie, and I think that's just unfair. She deserves more love.
Yeah, Brooke, when you talk about legends of Coronation Street, obviously you've got Bill, you've got Jack and Vera, you've got Ali. Brooke is definitely in that category for me.
Wow.
And in terms of representation, I mean, if you watch her story back when she was like 16, it holds up today. Like they did a really good job of it back then.
Yeah, but this is what I was saying to you earlier on about when they write stories. It's how they write the stories. So Brooke's Sophie story with Sean, spot on.
Mm.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Probably gonna upset a lot of people. Kate and Rana, not for me.
Yeah, not me either.
Didn't get it at all.
No.
Didn't get it at all.
Because Kate was annoying.
Yep, agreeing with you there.
Yeah,
so
no.
many people are gonna unsubscribe to me now. Oh,
I love Sophie. I was never a huge fan of Kate and Rana. Love Sophie and Sean. Love Sophie and Maddie. Oh, rest in peace.
and that was all Carla's fault as well.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No,
it was not Carla's fault.
It wasn't Carla's fault.
But I think everyone still thinks it was, but it was not.
No, it wasn't Carla's fault. Carla didn't kill Maddie, guys.
No, it was Tracy. fucking Tracy did that.
And we love Tracy Barlow because Kate Ford is amazing. Just throwing that out there as well.
I'm with you on that. Ali doesn't feel quite as she doesn't feel the same as us, but
I hate
Kate
Tracy,
Ford's
but
in
that's
the
fine.
bracket with Kate Ford is in the bracket with Jacob and Jack.
yeah.
You hate them because they play the part so well.
I actually, poor Jacob, I actually really like him, but I reckon if I met him in the street, I think I'd punch him. Like he has got me so enraged at his character. He's so, because I like him, but I want to punch him in the face. Because Kit is so...
Can you reach?
Oh,
Well,
no, probably not.
Can you reach?
Yeah,
No.
how
Probably
tall are
not.
you, Ali?
No. But he does such a good job of making Kit just, so unlikable.
I'm very excited to see where they bring his story now, because obviously they've brought these two new characters in. So I am very, very excited to see where this is going in regards
As
to
in
the
Mick
Kit.
and Lou. Are you on about Mick and Lou?
The two new skanks on the street. I don't know their names. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not on board with it. They're in scenes with Gemma and Chesney, so I'm not really.
Oh, I know, right? Kill me now.
Nah.
Now tell me, will Kit make an appearance on your show?
I don't know. I wanted to bring Kit into it, but then I think I'm already torturing everybody with Bobby, aren't I?
This is true. Yeah.
Do I really want to upset my subscribers?
I think you just do
know.
whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Did you influence Carla when this week she said, "Bobby, get out"?
I think possibly. Maybe the writers have seen it.
Maybe they're watching. Maybe they're fans.
Maybe they're watching and they're like, but they didn't put it in that Carla tells Bobby to fuck off, did they? Which is not quite, but we'll take it.
It was close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Yep.
Although
without the swearing.
I must admit, I do think that much to everybody's dismay, I think Bobby is going to be turned into some sort of hero.
You know, we have just recently recorded an episode where we cover, we say a similar thing.
Yeah, I've just got a small niggling feeling that Bobby
He's
is going to
redeem himself.
Yeah,
Redemption arc.
He's going to take a bullet for Swain or something.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
along
me
those
too.
lines.
Yeah. I hope not. I
Yeah.
hope he goes to jail, but
Well, no, we can't do that because then I can't do any more Bobby impressions, can I?
well, maybe Mandy will come back with Bobby 2.0.
Possibly.
Oh God, I hope not.
How can I voice a baby?
I think you'll. Maybe you should start start. There you go.
So you can already do it.
Sorted.
Yeah,
Sorted.
Fine.
we're there.
I want to briefly talk about Sally in your show.
Well, you'll always be my queen. Continue. Your Majesty. Kissing me ass, Sal. Love to. Gay. Off with his head.
I absolutely love that you've made her worship Carla.
But she already does.
Yeah,
She does. Yep.
she
She does.
exactly. And
My
then
queen.
you've thrown in Dun Elm. Where did
Yes.
Dun Elm? It's just brilliant.
So obviously Sally is quite proud of her soft furnishings.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you've ever been to Dunelm, you can't help but go in and play with the cushions and the blankets and stroke them and just feel the softness. I know I'm not the only person that does this.
Sally does it too.
So Sally does it. So I've just made Sally into a complete Dunelm shopper, and that's where she gets her soft furnishings.
I think it's genius. It's good promotion for Dun Elm.
Yeah. Everybody should go to Dunelm. Do they have a Dunelm in your neck of the woods, Ali?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
You're missing out.
missing out. How would we describe it? A homeware store.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Duvets, pillows, cushions, blankets, lampshades.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But it's all super soft and
Yep.
it's lovely.
Good enough for our queen.
It is. Yeah, it's good enough for Sally Webster or Sally Metcalf as she is now.
Nah, she'll
She'll
always be.
Webster to me, I'm sorry.
She'll always
Yeah,
be Webster.
She's always going to be a Webster.
Yep. Damn straight.
yeah.
Do you think something's going to happen with her and Kev?
Do you know what? I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I can quite easily see Corrie doing a complete flip. With Sally getting back with Kev, Sally having an affair with Kev, and
Yep.
Tim having an affair with Abby.
Wow. And they're they're
Because
together in
married
real life.
in real life. Yeah. And I, do you know what? I'd be complete, and I'm not just saying this because they are obviously married in real life. I would prefer Tim with Abby. Would be my choice.
I would prefer Abby with Shona, but that's just my choice.
She's already calling them shabby.
Shabby. Yep.
Shabby.
I'm shipping them.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I still think that Shona is Becky.
Mm.
Yes.
Yep.
I think that's the major story that's going to happen this year.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah. It's Coronation Street. Anything's possible.
She got shot, lost her memory, and she's actually Becky.
Yeah. And Lisa just hasn't realised yet. She's had a bit of work done. She's had a little bit of work done, to integrate her back into society. But
Lisa is pretending not to recognise her because now she has Carla.
No. If we're going to go into the whole Becky thing, I think Becky's in protection.
Don't say that.
I don't think Becky's dead.
No, don't say that.
You're
I don't
serious?
No.
Are you serious?
There's got to be something. There's got to be something behind all of it. There's got to be.
Because she has been mentioned so much, hasn't she?
They've basically dragging the bottom of a lake now in mentioning Becky. There's got to be something bigger. The other thing I thought that maybe that Becky was murdered because she was a bent like Kit, and she was about to unearth some information, and I think Kit is somehow involved in Becky's
She
murder.
called me crazy.
Apparent murder.
I also think she was having an affair. I think that was Lisa was going to look into it and find out because something's got to make her not so perfect.
Yeah. There's something, and if they don't do this, then Corrie have missed a trick. But I think further down the line, it's going to come out that Becky was doing something untoward, and then that will be the ultimate thing that pushes Lisa completely to Carla, and then that's what encourages the New Year's engagement.
Hey.
Wow.
Yep.
I love it.
It's not like I thought about this a lot or anything, but
No. We don't either.
no.
We just talk about it constantly.
We just got
Yeah.
a 2.5-hour podcast episode out of like, what was it, about 2 minutes worth of scenes this week?
Yeah, we actually have recorded this week, even though we had scraps. But yeah, still had lots to talk about.
We can make the most of scraps.
Well, I was just thinking, because I wanted to just mention a few lines a few favorite lines that you've written that I really love. And I kind of wondered, Ali, if you had any favorite scenes from Swarlanation Crack.
I do. We mentioned it before. One of my favorites was the here we go in the car.
Yeah, the car scene, good one.
The car scene. And Lisa, when she walks in.
I'm Lisa, detective. You are sexy as hell. Yeah, thanks, I already know that. I'm Lisa, Detective Sergeant, sexy as fuck Swain. I need to speak to you about something. Fine. Bobby's not funny. You're hot. Well, you forgot to mention sexy, but I'll let you off. Arrest her. I would fucking love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I love Carla finding out she's got a husband because there's pictures on her phone.
Yeah.
She's just like, who's this?
How the hell am I supposed to like this twat? It's not even good looking. No, it's not going to do. I've got to delete all of this shit. Delete. Oh, whoopsie daisy.
No, I can't have this. Delete.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my favourites is actually really rude, surprisingly. It's the episode where basically Carla is destroying Lisa, and she's wearing her blue trench coat, and she's struggling to sit down. Yeah.
Oh,
I
is
haven't
that
explained-
the one where I've used the episode where Lisa's done her ribs in when they're coming out of the calf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very rude, but it's very
That is
funny.
probably the rudest one you've done so far, I think.
Yeah,
Trust me
Yup.
to like that one.
You filth.
yeah. Apparently, I had a comment that opening scene is just the key moment in the entire 20 videos. Someone said, that's it, you've just won the internet or something, like, this is the scene.
It's a defining moment.
Yeah.
No, I did
So-
like the most recent episode.
I cannot believe I've just had to scratch me own fucking itch. Carla, wait. Where are you going? Oh, don't worry. I made sure one of us fucking came. I'm sorry, baby. I've just had to fucking finger myself, Lisa. I am gonna make it up to you tonight, baby. I promise. I am gonna fuck you so hard all night long. Oh my God. Right. I gotta go. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up fucking you right here in the street. I'd fucking let you too.
Oh, that's so
It was
good.
very good.
I had to do that because obviously in that scene, Stephen doesn't know that Carla is gay. Well, she's
Yep.
not gay, she's bisexual, let's be politically correct.
Mm.
So I had to make it as dirty as I could. So Stephen would overhear it. So now obviously Stephen knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So because
Yep.
he
It
thinks
served-
that
it
Carla's
served a
married.
purpose.
Yeah. So
Yep.
so we have to keep the story going.
There you go. Now, are we gonna see any characters like some bad guys in the future, like Tony Gordon or?
It depends what I can get my hands on, because some footage is quite hard to get hold of, because you can actually go back quite a way to older episodes.
Yeah.
But the internet being as secure and safe as it is quite hard to get certain scenes. There are clips that I really, really do want to include in, but for some unknown reason, the internet just won't let you have them.
Yep.
So it some of it is you are sort of struggling and there are hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
But if there is a way around being able to obtain certain clips, certain scenes, trust me, I will be using them, because there is a few from back in the day that I do really, really want to use. So
To bring it back to today, to the present moment, how are you feeling about next couple of weeks for Swala?
I'm excited. I'm well
Yeah?
excited. Yeah. Do you know what? The biggest thing I love is when we get into Theory Gate on Twitter.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The theories are just we start
Insane.
here, and within 5 minutes it's like, hang on, how have we got there? Like, what are you lot like? I swear that there's
just-
some sort of swallow drug being passed around that we're all taking because
It doesn't matter how wrong we are.
Mental, yeah.
It doesn't matter how wrong we are all the time. It doesn't stop us from coming back again and again and again with ridiculous theories, myself included.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think we've all come to a unanimous conclusion that you just should stop theorizing because you always seem to get it wrong.
I know.
But I know, but I would like to know. I mean, obviously, someone's gonna get shot. I think I have no idea. But when I read the theories,
I want your theory. Give me your theory.
Obviously, we don't know how Betsy ties in, but my theory of the whole thing is that Betsy is somehow gonna get roped into talking with Tracy or something, and then Tracy's gonna help Rob. Betsy is somehow gonna be kidnapped. I think Tracy's gonna help and get Betsy. That's how Betsy's got. So I don't know if you guys have seen the spoiler trailer.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have.
You've seen this, but yeah, right. Okay, so I think Tracy is going to help. Betsy's already been taken because he's going to want to ransom. Yeah, so she's going to be somewhere else. You're not going to see where she is. Then Tracy's going to get Carla to go into Barlow's. Which poor Carla, she doesn't want to be in that house anymore.
No, and that wallpaper is making me ill.
Yeah. Can I just say that in that video, you know that Lisa's sitting there thinking, was you really part of this family and this decor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that. So then I think that he's gonna have Carla first. Then Lisa's gonna sweet talk her way in. I think my theory is that I think she's got something on because her coat is done up, and that's one of the first things that I spotted, that the jacket is done right up.
It's never done up, yeah.
But I think that she's going to go for him. The vest is only going to cover the front. If they're scuffling, I think she's going to get hit away from the vest. So I think it's going to be Lisa that gets tagged. I'm not sure how the money is going to come into it, although I know, didn't Kim put a video about 3 or 4 months ago where she said that she was back on site or something. I think Michelle is going to...
Kim Marsh?
Yeah. So I think Michelle is going to bring the money. Whether we see her or not, I don't know. I think Michelle is going to be linked into getting the money for us to pay him. I'm not sure, though, how he's going to get away. Because if he's going to shoot Lisa, they're all outside. So this is the thing that's stomping me. Because we know he's in it down the line. So is it going to be from prison or is he going to go off again? I'm confused.
I can't see him escaping. I'm actually starting to think that maybe now they've put him on the Corrie tour to throw us and that he actually isn't still on filming, but I don't know. I can't see him getting away.
Yeah, I did see something, and I don't even know who posted it, and I saw this about 2-3 months ago, that Rob was going to be sending poison mail to Carla. Like poison letters. So I'm assuming he's going to do that from prison. Whether that's true or not, I can't remember where I saw it or who posted it. And I can't find it for the love of God. I can't find it again. So I don't know if that is something down the line.
Okay. Will Rob make an appearance on your videos at any point?
But maybe down the line, I might come up with a reason to put him in, but at the moment, I think I'm quite happy with the little group I've
the
got.
Little group that you got?
Yeah. Unless I can come up with some crazy idea as to how I can integrate him into it down the line. Obviously, we've got a lot of scenes with him coming up now, so I do have a lot of stuff. But I think if this is going to be as intense as it is, and as gripping as we hope it's going to be, can I then go down the line and completely change it all and turn it into some sort of joke?
I was going to say,
if that makes sense.
It does. It's a lot harder when something's as serious as this.
But you never know.
Love it.
So yeah. But no, in regards to the spoilers, I think Lisa's taking one for the team. Sorry, guys.
No. Can
As
I
in
say
a bullet.
But
She's
she's
taking
not.
a bullet.
But yeah, but
she'll be fine.
but she's gonna be. I think it will be touch and go for a little while, and I think she will be hurt. But I don't think it's gonna be major.
She's been through enough. Come on.
Swaley. No.
Yeah.
I
And let's
can't.
be honest, we all love visiting the hospital. Come on, they've built that set for a reason.
We
Mm.
love
The
it in there. We
We love
absolutely
it in the
love
hospital. And they love it as well because they just get to lie in bed all day. I mean, it's the easiest day's wage you're ever going to earn.
She's been in the hospital more than she's been in her own home this year. Carla Connor.
Think about how much money Ali has earned in the last 2 months, and all she's done is lay in a bed. Come on now, easiest job in the world.
There's a joke
I'm
there, but
sorry.
I'm not gonna. Carla is going to go. She gets called to identify a body in the next couple of weeks. Now, I was hoping that it could be Bobby.
I hope not. I hope not. But then
Okay.
that would be a twist. It's either going to
Mm.
be. Well, I mean, originally I thought it might be Mandy, but then why would they ask
They wouldn't.
Carla to go and No, they wouldn't do
They
that. So
wouldn't.
then I was sort of
I
like, well, no,
thought
it
that
wouldn't be
too, yeah.
Mandy.
Mm.
So the only people really it could be is if someone has said that they've witnessed Rob somewhere else and they
Yep.
call her in because they think it's Rob,
Yep.
or like you say, Bobby. But if it wouldn't be Bobby if Bobby's gonna get this redeeming arc and be the savior or something. I
Well,
don't know. There's so
And-
much that could happen,
Yep.
and we're all thinking about things that we want to happen,
True.
and we always seem to get it wrong. So
We always get it
could-
wrong. We always get it
could
wrong. So
completely be
Mm.
something. They're making out that this siege is going to be like the highlight of the year in Coronation Street and yada 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 yada. It's it might not be all that, but then I think that the first one was a dummy run.
Mm.
They hyped up the first kidnapping
Yep.
to drag us all in,
Mm.
and let's be completely honest, it was pony.
Yeah.
It was pony. I mean,
It
they
wasn't
acted
great.
the hell out of it. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it was completely pony writing. But I think they've done that deliberately because they've roped us in,
Mm.
and the next one is going to be they're going to blow it out of the water. That's what I'm hoping. But
Okay.
it's Coronation Street. Who knows?
I was hoping that the bullet that rings out across the street was actually from a different storyline, and maybe David or something.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. But David
But
would be in hospital, will he not?
maybe, I don't know. Look, let's face it. I just don't want Lisa to get shot.
Also,
Nobody does, but it adds to the drama,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
I know.
And also the other thing you've got to remember is everyone is so upset when they only get a minute of screen time or 2 minutes of screen time. Does it matter where they are as long as they're on screen? You're seeing them on
Yeah.
TV. Like, just take
Oh,
what
look,
you can get.
we love the drama. We love the drama, but don't love to see them in pain. But we do also love the drama, so we can't complain.
But would you rather them be married and then have no screen time at all?
No, we want
Do you
to
see
hold
that-
off on the
Be
marriage
honest.
because when they get married, that's the end,
Marriage in Soapland equals doom and gloom, and they'll end up like Tim and Sally. So
and we don't want that.
if
Yep.
that's what people want, then keep championing for it. But when it all goes wrong, don't blame us.
hmm
You know?
You're touching upon something that is so relevant right now because it's come up in a recent Kate Brooks interview about when couples get sort of domesticated, that they get less. She literally says they get less screen time. So yeah, I'd rather they keep their screen time and they have curveballs to
Mhm.
navigate.
I mean, if it was me, what I would like, I'm happy for a New Year's Eve proposal and then a summer wedding next year.
Next
like
year.
in the next
End
year
of
in the
end
summer.
of yeah.
Yeah, so sort of like late summer, early winter time of next year, because then you've still got over a year, and it gives us time to appreciate and enjoy them a bit longer.
Yep.
Before Corrie then goes into territory of right, how can we split them up?
It would be nice if they could make them the stable couple of the street 10 years down the track, but It would be nice, but
that is the dream, that you want to see them happily married for like 4, 5, 6 years. If you look at couples before, and I have actually said this to other people, Sally and Kev were married for however many years. Sally and Tim now have been married for however many years. Vera and Jack were married for however many years. I'm trying to think who else you had. I'm trying to think of like solidified partnerships. Do you
Shona
know
and David. Would you consider Shona and David?
how long
solidified?
have they been married?
they've actually been married quite a few years now, I think.
But now they're getting into all of the grief and the strife and the, do you know what I mean? And it is a bit like, but then you could cross over and look at other soaps. If we could cross over and go to an Emmerdale or something and talk about Kane and Moira. Look,
Yeah.
they've been married, and all they get is just constant now. It's just constant cheating, and
Yep.
I don't want that for
No.
Carla and Lisa. If they're gonna do this, then it is just those two. They're truthful and they're honest with each other, and that's it. They are endgame.
Yep.
But it's so planned, and people need to understand that in order to keep people watching, they need the drama and the angst and the. No couple is safe from that.
So what you're saying is my dream of having their next storyline be, after all the drama with Rob, their next storyline is Lisa and Carla set up Roy and just, find him a new love. That could be their next storyline. Or is that just too happy?
No, that would be, well, if you, I mean, but then that would work, because if you think about it, it was Roy who got Lisa and Carla. I know Ryan helped, but it was Roy that gave the final push
He
to
did.
Lisa to actually get them together. I mean, obviously, like, Ryan is the captain of the ship.
Absolutely. Yep.
So now it's like that would make sense if Carla and Lisa then helped Roy find some stability and love in his life.
I wouldn't
Is
say that.
it going to be Evelyn?
I'd like it to be Evelyn. I would like it to be Evelyn. But they have said that Evelyn will be coming back. So, because she's only gone to uni. So she's only staying in digs. She can come back at any time she wants. So it depends. It all depends. But I would ship that.
Yeah. Oh, I think we all would. Yeah. Now you did mention you sent the article through that you wanted to discuss.
Yes. I've actually written it all down.
Yeah.
The actual statement that was put out the other day.
Yeah.
About Vicky saying that she was quitting
Leaving. Yep.
Coronation Street. She was leaving to go and pursue other things and everything, blah blah blah.
Yep.
And it sent Twitter into a meltdown. I can't tell you how much I laughed at this. It was absolutely hilarious watching everyone fall
Just
off
have
the
a
wagon.
meltdown. I know.
It was like, what is wrong with, like, guys, come on, calm down.
Also, have a look at it. Have a read of it. It's AI. It's not real. At the same time, we had another article come out about Beth Cordingley on Emmerdale with Vicky Ma's picture on it.
That did make me laugh. That did make me laugh when they put Vicky as Beth. That I was like, no, guys, come on, at least do some research. But no, this statement, people proper melted down, and
they did.
And this is when I go back to my videos. So the 2 videos I did about the internet, and it's on the internet, so it must be real. And I was trying to get a message across in those videos, and even I will hold up my hands and say they're not my 2 best videos. But now those videos don't actually seem so stupid, do they? Because this statement is the very reason why I made those videos in the first place.
Yep.
Because I'd seen so much stuff and I'd read so much stuff about Ali not doing her contract. I'd actually read that online. So obviously it was one of these statements or whatever. And then you see other stuff that people are writing, and some of the more negative stuff people say to try and rile up the fan base, so to speak, just to cause a bit of cause fights, basically.
Yep.
And I saw this statement, and I guess I just want to just get across the way I see it is, unless Corrie write a statement, or unless Vicky actually comes out and says to us from herself, sorry guys, I've had a great time, but it's my time. Just don't believe nothing. That's just how I operate. Unless it comes
Yep.
from the horse's mouth, not to
Absolutely.
believe
Yep.
all of this rubbish that you see, seriously, because all it's done, that statement came out, the amount of bitching and fighting amongst and it's like, no, hang on a second, we're all on the same boat here, we're all supposed to be in the same fan base, and yet you're now all fighting amongst each other.
Yep.
Let's just take a step back, think about things rationally, and you know, we're all friends here together. And
Yep.
it's one of the reasons why I sometimes dislike the internet and social media, because like we've said this before, there are so many snowflakes and people
Yep.
aren't allowed an opinion.
Yep.
So you have to be so careful with what you say and what you write online,
Yep.
because all it takes is for one person to disagree, and bang, before you know it, you're in a war with about 4 different people, and it's like,
Yep.
whoa, hold on, freedom of speech.
There's so many people out there that will, before anyone's done anything, they're out there, they're like school teachers telling people, now remember guys, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do this, we're going to leave Vicky alone, we're going to do this. Like, they're the teachers or the police of the internet. And I feel like that has made a lot of people really, really just way too scared to voice their own opinions when their opinions are actually valid. And it's making them quiet when they shouldn't be quiet. And it's doing a lot more harm than good, I feel.
The amount of times that I've seen something and I've written out a tweet and then I've deleted it and not actually posted it is, I'd be a millionaire if I could count how many times I've done that. And it's purely because I want to say my piece, but then I see how other people are being spoken to, and I think I better not do that, because otherwise I'm just going to offend 20 people by speaking what's on my mind.
When people are telling people, well, don't do this and don't do that, and putting those warnings out there, it's not the people that are actually probably need to be told off that are actually going to take note of that. It's the people that are a little bit more sensitive, that it's actually not really directed at, that they're the ones that are going to be, you know, a little bit quieter, a little less likely to speak up. And if we can't speak up and we're censoring ourselves, then we're not going to get, no one else is going to listen to us. And I just don't like it. Anyway, that's way too serious for our chat. But
We're getting all political now.
is there anything you would like to add, Chaos?
I'll be honest. I think we've covered everything. I would just actually like to just go back to your beloved character and
my beloved Bobby. Yes, I love him so.
your beloved Bobby. If it transpires that he does turn out to be the saving grace, I would just like to know how you were going to feel about that. If he turns out to be the hero of the story, and we end up having him for another year, 2 years, 3 years, do you think you could actually grow to like him? Honestly.
That's such a good question for Ali.
I right now I can't see myself ever liking him. He would have to do a lot to redeem himself. But everyone's redeemable.
But what if he came and brought you some flowers? You know, I mean, he could send you some chocolates or something.
Thing is, though, he got Carla flowers, but they were from Devs. Do you remember?
Oh God!
You know, what if he got you some grapes?
I don't
Nice
like
box of grapes. You don't like grapes, I've okay. A bunch of flowers and a box of Quality Street, then, yeah.
All right. Yep. Win me over.
Come on, how can you not like this voice?
Oh.
Picture Bobby now. Come on, just picture him.
I've got him in my mind.
Just say it. Just say it now. Bobby, I love you.
Oh, Bobby.
She can't. She actually can't.
You
Have you got
go
it?
That's
Oh,
it,
Bobby, I love you. I love you, Bobby. I love you, Bobby.
Yay!
Is there
this this has been healing for
Yeah. Yeah.
Just quickly,
Yeah.
who is Betsy's baby daddy?
Oh God, please don't let it be any of them. We don't need this, but it'll be Mason because he's dead.
What are you saying? Who do you think it is, Miss Detective?
I've gone quiet because I'm not sure they're gonna go there. I don't know.
They
Because I
keep
don't know
mentioning
about
it.
you, but I am loving the fact of having Grandad Sean, Grandma Lisa, and Nanny Carla. Come on, 3 gay grandparents. Come on.
I mean, that kid
It's
has
just
lucked
good.
out.
Come on.
Oh,
Come
it's
on.
gonna be Mason's.
It'll be
Sorry.
Mason's.
You go.
It's Dylan's.
You think Dylan?
I think it's going to be Dylan's.
Fair.
I really don't. I don't want this because I don't want them to make Lisa a grandma because then I like a grandma.
And then we get Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby. Yep. And then Mandy's gonna drop Bobby 2.0 off at the doorstep, and then they're gonna have little baby Betsy and little baby Bobby. Oh.
Could you imagine that though?
Oh, gosh,
Bobby
yeah.
Bobby with baby Bobby.
Oh God.
Are we allowed to have you do a bit of Carla Connor?
Right, we'll do a little rundown of the soap diary, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so having insisted on returning to work, apparently, I'm going back to work, guys. Carla, apparently I let her go home to find that someone has been in my flat. Who the fuck's been in my flat? The fuck's going on here? Apparently someone's been in my fucking flat. I don't know. I'm confused here. Where the fuck's Lisa? Oh, where's my girlfriend? I need my fucking copper girlfriend. Someone's been in my fucking flat. Like, seriously. Bobby, is it? Where the fuck's Bobby gone? Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, it's fine. Well, I don't know who's been in my fucking flat, okay? But let me tell you, I am Carla fucking Connor, and no one comes in my flat unless I give you a fucking key, all right?
That's amazing.
Well done. Now that I know that you are a bit of a fan, is there any chance we're going to see Sophie in any of your videos?
I can assure you, if Brooke comes back, it's going to be the Brooke Vincent show.
I love this.
It will be Swarlanation Street featuring Sophie.
I love it.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
will our podcast, by the way. You don't know this yet, but it will be.
So I shared with Ali on our recent episode that I think that Sophie's going to have a massive crush on Lisa Swain.
She's only human.
Do you know what my dream scenario would be for Sophie's return?
Go on.
My dream scenario is that Sophie comes home and she has a girlfriend, and Sally's all like, "Oh, well, who is it?" And Sophie's like, "Well, you kind of already know her, but she's got a few loose ends to tie up, and she'll be joining us in a couple of weeks' time." And then we get the reveal that Sophie has rekindled her relationship with Sean while travelling.
Yes.
But Sean has a child, probably about 4 or 5 now,
Okay.
And then we find out that the child is Ryan's.
Actually, that's quite good.
See,
Yeah.
I think in our first episode, I said I want Sophie to come back, and even if she's not going to be permanent, then they could bring Sean back with her, do a wedding, and then she can go, because that would be great. Sally, gay wedding, great. What's not to love?
Oh, God. Sally. Because nobody picked up on that. When I did the episode with Sally and Lisa in the police station, where nobody picked up on it when Sally says, I don't know if I've ever told anybody this.
Oh no, I picked up on it.
Yeah.
No one got it. And I was like,
really?
How did you all miss that?
No. We didn't miss that. It was great.
I need people to tell me in the comments that they've picked things up.
Sorry.
Okay.
I need to start commenting because I
We'll
definitely
comment more.
didn't get that. Don't worry.
Yeah. I do have a lovely lady called Judith, bless her, who is a subscriber, and she leaves me about 4 or 5 comments per video. Bless her,
That's what
because
you
I
want.
think I think she watches it. She'll comment on something, and then she'll watch it again, and then she comments again, and it's just so sweet. Bless her.
She's your biggest fan.
I think she is. Yeah, I really do think she is. Judith. Hello.
Shout out and love to
Shout out
Judith if she happens
love
to listen to
Judith,
this. Yeah.
if you're listening, yeah, thank you for all your support. Well, no, thank you to everybody for their support. Really, you guys. I honestly, I love every single person that is a subscriber, every single person that watches, and
big shout out to you for making these videos because we absolutely love them. Thank you so much for making us laugh. It's been great.
yeah. Are
And
you laughing? Are you laughing with me or at me?
Definitely laughing with you. Definitely laughing with you. I'm
Yeah.
always laughing
And
at something.
Thank you for giving the fandom Lisa sexy as fuck Swain.
Yes, thank you.
What, we owe you a debt for this.
Yep.
Well,
Sorry, Lisa Detective Sergeant sexy as fuck Swain.
Yeah,
Get it
yeah.
right.
get it right. Get it right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, shall we'll see if I can sign you out with it, shall we?
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can do it. I'm Lisa, Detective Sergeant Sexy as Fuck Swin, and this interview has been terminated at 13:59.
Finally, you're going home. I decide when she goes home.
Is this going to take long?
It'll take as long as it takes.
You need to let her go.
Wait there. Let me find the key. You're free to go.
Why?
Because I'm a supervising officer and I say so.